For me, NEP was just another chapter in my life. It's empowering, and it's something that has brought out a lot in me that I just took it on board. And I do that with a lot more confidence today than what I did, say, 12 months ago. Us Noongar men, Yamaji men, Wongai men, we need this. We need this to get into stuff like this so we can empower ourselves and our brothers and our sisters and go back and just show them that you don't have to be shamed, you don't have to be winger. You just go in there and with your eyes wide open and just do the best you can.
Coming into NEP, I was able to find my own voice, and I felt that it came from my heart, the court. And that just opened up a lot of things for me, made me think that so I don't need to be ready to just stay home and do nothing, you know. So I learned I pushed myself to go and do a lot of stuff. You know, when you look at healing in the holistic approach, everything that Aboriginal people are going through and being able to heal themselves, it just takes everything that you have personally. It's more than just bandaging. It's healing the mind, healing the heart, just healing everything within you that you have. It's a cultural thing, you know. It's not just living, death and dying. It's more than that. It's a cultural thing.
When I started the NEP program, it was definitely about being off country and just wanting to connect in and wanting to make sure that I follow the right protocols and cultural rituals, I guess, and laws. The NEP program is over, you know, a term, a certain period of time. So you're getting to learn more about people. You're actually finding this interconnectedness through culture, and we're able to share stories. Each week, part of the group guidelines was us actually being present and actually going through the material. So you're actually peeling away parts of yourself and being vulnerable with other community members, and it intertwines us in a way that has this little invisible thread that comes through because we're all showing vulnerable elements around ourselves. So we might say, hey, we're from stolen generations, our families are from that, and it's like other people connect into what that means because they actually may have experienced it as well, and it's not seen as a deficit. Or we might go, our cultural aspects are these, or our rituals are these, and it connects us in so we all can have a commonality and we're able to share it in a safe space.
Nala Karich Wajak Mo King Karak Nijabuja. I'd like to acknowledge the Wajak people as the original custodians of this land, the elders past and present and emerging. My name is Gillian King. I am a Noongar Yoga, born in the Northern Territory. My ties are to the Gurindji in Alice Springs on my father's side, and on my mother's side is Wilma Manane down in Narrogin and all the way down to Albany and Mount Barker. I was empowered and I wanted to share what I had experienced with others, and it had to be internal. And that's where, you know, I had to reflect and had to look at myself first, and then it was my family, you know, my immediate family, because I've got 5 children. And so I became more conscious and aware of how I engage with them and empower them more, you know, give them more empowerment. Because, you know, out in society, there's no real support for them. And I want to make sure that they got the right tools and equipment for when they step out on their own. So doing that, I felt that had that ripple effect there.
I did the NEP program because I wanted to get the experience of what it was all about. So I've known some friends who went through the course, and what it did for them, how it helped them personally. I was also visiting the Baronia Women's Pre-Release Prison every fortnight, and I wanted something more for the young women in there, you know, going through the courses they do in there, trying to prove themselves for when they get out, but falling into that same old routine of what's happening out there at home, because there were no changes happening. So we thought for empowerment, for them to do the program, if we can get into the prisons, it'd be really, really fantastic for them, men and women. It's to help them with their families, especially with their children and things, and just to give them that empowerment to be able to say yes or no. We went through doing the course. We really enjoyed it. It helped us out in ways that we didn't think we could, because having been working out there in the communities, that we thought we knew it all. But then doing the program has helped us, and it's realised for us that we need to do more for our young women, especially because they have children, grandmothers, young grandmothers as well. We just would like to get the program out there.
It really means that in our cultural, social and emotional wellbeing, in the framework, there's the determinants and the domains within the framework, that we actually need to connect all those domains to make us who we are. So it makes sense that, yes, we need to know our language. We need to have that connection back to the bush and to culture. We need to know where we come from, so our family links and our connections and where our grandparents are from, and particularly for our kids as well, passing that on to our kids. And sometimes when we don't have elders in our family, we don't know that information, and also our lives have been disrupted or interrupted, if you like, with being removed and placed in a mission. So that also impacted on our ability to continue our cultural ways, our learning our culture, our language. I remember a few years ago when I first started going to a New language class up here in Perth, that, wow, I know some of these words, you know. So back in my childhood, these words were coming up as, yes, I can remember.
To know that we do have real impact on people's everyday lives and in turn their families and communities is a really important and affirming issue to see. It has strengthened their own cultural identity. It's made them feel empowered to navigate their lives and to draw down upon those protective factors that are there for us. Our family, our community, our elders, and it reaffirms them as Aboriginal people. To deliver a program that was useful and meaningful to those vulnerable people in the community was important for us. To make people feel good about themselves, to feel that they have value as a human being, that they have connections outside of them in their families and communities that are strengthening, and then they can do that to others too, be a source of strength for others. And that has to be our way forward. So that's very important and a start of positive social change.